get those teams here to look at individual family homes and the public infrastructure damage.
Folks, I'd just like to thank Governor Pawlenty and his staff and the State Patrol for coming to our community in this time of crisis. My city council is here, the county board is here. We're going to take the business of getting this cleanup taken care of in a proactive manner, working together cooperatively in our county and our city and county. So again, the governor has assured me that I've got the no BS card in my pocket. Any BS, call. That's going to be right here. So I'd like to again thank the governor and his staff for coming to Wadena. It was a horrific sight from the air, is all I can say. And the devastation on that swath, why it took that path, we don't know, but it did. Thank God for the emergency management system, early alert. I and many other people were in their basements and it spared our lives. Thank you all.
I should note, in addition to the National Guard, we have on site representatives and officers from the Department of Natural Resources, conservation officers, helping from a law enforcement perspective. MnDOT will be involved as it relates to roads and infrastructure, as well as debris removal, the Department of Health as it relates to any health concerns, pollution control as it relates to environmental impacts of the remediation, debris removal and storage, and ultimate disposal of that, and many other issues like that that will come up. But we'll be happy to take any questions that you
Governor, given the scope of the disaster statewide, given the number of tornadoes, as you were watching this play out, and there were some lives lost, are you confident in the overall emergency system that we have, that people get the warning that they need to do so?
Well, the mayor said something just a minute ago that was very important. I want to compliment him and his team in the county and their leadership. Their response here has been exemplary, it seems. And the early warning system that went off that gave Wadena some time for people to be aware as possible of the incoming tornadoes saved lives, and certainly safety insurance. So it's so important. And then again, we'll be stopping at other places today. We'll evaluate it as we go along. But just looking at Wadena in this county, it seems like the response has been exemplary so far. So I want to say thank you for that. There's still a lot of hard work to go. And we've got folks, over 200 homes just in this community that have been damaged, many of them very severely damaged. So you have people who are displaced and looking for transitional rental housing, temporary housing. We've got a high school that looks to be severely damaged and going to be ready to open in August. So some alternative arrangements are going to have to be made for classroom space in the fall and start of school and much more. From a helicopter, Mayor and I commented on this, and the sheriff was up with us as well. You could, from Elmora to here, you saw damage in Elmora, and then basically not a lot of damage between here and there. And then, for whatever reason, the tornado decided to sit down on Wadena. And it's the randomness of these things that are very hard to predict.
Governor, how does the damage that you saw today compare to some of the other natural disasters that you've seen during your time as governor?
Well, Chris and I were rolling through the history of natural disasters on the plane ride up here from the Twin Cities this morning over the last decade or so, and we're trying to put it in some context, both in terms of number and severity. It's pretty clear that the geographic scope and geographic impact of this disaster is as large as any we've seen. And the severity of the damage on the ground in Wadena is as severe as I've seen in concentrated areas. And so when you go look at the entryway roof area, the silver roof, and see that it's dumped. The whole roof of the high school, part of the entrance part of it, dumped into a street a couple blocks down the street. A very powerful storm. The visual impacts of this and the period are as severe as other questions or comments?
Governor, having other...
yeah, I'm sorry, Senator, we should...
no, I'm fine. I'm just also working in radio.
Oh, you are?
So, having gone through this with other communities, your best advice to us now?
Well, the pattern that we've seen over the years, and Chris jumped into, she's seen a lot of this. There's a great adrenaline that comes with surviving, a great gratitude that comes with the initial outpouring of support and team effort. And then as the days and weeks go by, when your house still isn't fixed, or there may be some other challenges or frustrations that can wear people down. And so it's told the mayor he only got 45 minutes of sleep last night, and his eyes look pretty good for that. But they'll be looking to the mayor, for example, to you, Senator, and others for Bud Nornis from thank you for coming as well, Representative Bud Nornis from the area. We for a can-do attitude, a can-do spirit, the sense that things are on the move, things are going to improve. It's not all going to happen overnight. It's not a video game. You can't just push reset and have everything pop back up, tonight. But I think you'll see people will get that tiredness that will set in that they'll rally again. There'll be a second wind that comes with it. And a lot of it has to do with the pace and scope of the insurance companies, making sure they get their claims processed as quickly as possible. A lot of it has to do with getting the debris out of the streets and trying to get the visual that things are getting back to normal. That helps people's attitude and their spirit as they fight through it.